We all know why we love Red Dead Online. It's the Wild West horse simulator, but it's also a simplistic, beautiful world to call home. And as players, long-term or new, we are always hungry for new, innovative content. Sometimes we get this from Rockstar. Sometimes we don't. But what if I told you there was a place where that does not matter? A place where open developers and imaginators have full control. A Red Dead world where anything is possible. This place is called RedM. From harvesting resources to crafting materials and making items. From doing side jobs to helping out stores to robbing the stores. Even peeing in the alley behind the bar after a crazy night. Literally, anything is possible. Howdy Cowpoke, Austin BMX here. Thanks for checking out today's video. If you're going to like this video, make sure to smash that like button. If you're new around here, consider subscribing to the channel for tons more Red Dead Online content, including tips and tricks, news updates, gameplay, just good old-fashioned fun. Today, we are talking about something a little bit different. RedM. What is it? How do you get involved in it? And really, what does it consist of? Well, I was recently reached out to by one of the server developers for the Park RP. And he wanted to show me around and let me know all about what RedM was. I have been pretty interested in RedM for a while and have had it on my computer for, I believe, since it came out a couple years ago. It's made by the same developers who make all the GTA RP server side programs. So I was a bit interested, so sat down for a couple hours, talked about a few things, and then jumped into the game. I've been playing for about 5 or 6 hours now, and let me tell you, it's pretty dang interesting. So RedM is basically a free client that runs on top of your version of Red Dead Redemption 2 that allows developers to create their own private servers and update those servers with many, many different scripts to allow them to create a world that they want. Biggest downside for this is, of course, it is only available on PC. Well, on its base levels, RedM is not much different from the Red Dead that we know. There's a beautiful world with multiple towns, even some with some new, exciting features that we're not used to. You can be startled and bit by snakes, even attacked by wolves. And, of course, you can even fall off your horse down a cliff and die. Although dying in RP, it's a bit more serious. You can have dozens of clothing options to choose from, multiple horses and saddles. Purchase guns from the gunsmiths, or provisions from the general store. But this is where it starts to change. As we mentioned, we are playing on the Park RP, written and owned by 𝐑𝐞𝐦𝐢𝐧𝐝𝐞𝐫. Now every server on RedM is different. Some are more intense, some are more relaxed. Some have more features, some have different features. But as we stated before the intro, anything is possible. To name off a few features that are available in the Park RP server, it actually would be a pretty big list. You can apply to be a doctor or a sheriff in town, or you could just own a saloon or be the local gunsmith. You can also own your own stagecoach business. That's just some of the many jobs that you could do around the Park RP. Of course, you could also own properties, if you have enough money, or you could set up your camp anywhere in the world. Have you ever wanted to have your camp right next to the Little Montana River. Maybe your favorite place is up in Little Creek. How about on the top of a mountain? Or maybe you just want to be secluded somewhere in the mountains next to the railroad tracks. Whomever you want to be, wherever you want to live, it's possible. Yes, of course, RedM is considered a role-playing server client. So, yes, this is role-playing. But what is role-playing? Role-playing is a bunch of gamers pretending to be certain characters and creating engaging conversations and adventures. That sounds like everything we usually do in Red Dead Online. I was definitely apprehensive to drop into an RP server for my first time and actually engage with other players. But once I started to think about it, I thought, you know, normally we're roaming around the world with our friends, pretending to be a cowboy, engaging in funny jokes and inside information, going on adventures, having fun. Are we all not just a little bit role-playing? So I jumped on in for my first time, eyes wide open, and actually had a lot of fun.
You telling me he had no cone in there?
Of course, there are a lot of servers that are a lot more serious when it comes to the role-playing with designated storylines. And if you're into that and want to have some fun with it, definitely check them out. The Park RP is not so much like that right now. It is a public RP server that anybody can join. Yes, it is a private IP server, so you can be banned and booted. Most RP servers have just a couple of rules. 1, stay in character as much as possible. 2, don't do anything to pull everybody else's experience away from the time era. And 3, value your life. Unlike normal Red Dead Online lobbies, on RP servers, they actually do play like the Wild West. If you're an outlaw, a cowboy, a gunslinger, or a townfolk, everybody in the Wild West valued their own life. Hope you enjoyed our little look into RedM and RP servers for Red Dead Online. I've had a lot of fun playing and learning and just discovering new things that are possible in Red Dead Online. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. If you're new around here, consider subscribing to the channel for tons more Red Dead Online content, including tips and tricks, news updates, gameplay, just good old-fashioned fun. Hope to see you on the prairie sometime, but until then, see you later.